Hi, everyone. Like I said, I was going to do a brief lecture video just to give you an idea of what they look like. And realistically, this is what they look like. They're not fancy, there's not PowerPoints or anything. There's not really a need to take physical notes or anything because a lot of it is going over key information. Some of them will have a worksheet that I'll have or some kind of visual for you, but realistically, this is what the lecture videos are going to look like. They're going to be very personal. They're going to be very one-on-one. So, the road so far and the road to come. So, as I said in the intro video, the Capstone project is all about preparing for what's next. And it would be foolish to say that you only prepare for the future and never think about your past. And that is a mistake. Who you are right now is the culmination of everything that you've gone through. It's everything. It's school, it's work, it's life experience, relationships, friendships, family members, moving, travel, highs and lows. It's everything. And so, realistically, one of those important things to kind of remember is that when you're thinking about what's next, think about where you've come so far. So, I do know most of you who are in this class right now have had life happen to you. That's the nicest way I can say that without giving too much information about any one person's story. Most of you are not fresh out of high school graduate. You are now 20 years old and finishing up college. No, a lot of you are older. You've had life experiences. You graduated high school and then either you went out and got a job or you took a break leap year or you did go to college and you only did a year or two and then you dropped out or decided it wasn't for you. Maybe some of you had family members, had kids, got married, got divorced, adopted 37 animals. It doesn't matter what that situation is, but the reality is those little things make you who you are today. And so it's important to remember what's led you to this point. I like to ask students, especially when it's their first class at EC3, I like to ask them, why are you here? Why are you taking classes at EC3? What brought you here? And a good number of students will say, oh, it was cheap, it was free. My parents really wanted me to. But I also get, and usually from my students who have had some life experiences, go, I wanted to get my degree. I wanted to change my life. I wanted to change my career. I wanted to do something different. That's important. Those motivating factors are a key thing that we're going to get back to later with this because those personal motivators matter. So, the road so far is 100% your past, but it's also what you've done at EC3. And that's something that, regardless of if you're 20 years old, 19 years old, 25 years old, 37 years old, 56 years old, it doesn't matter. You all are here at EC3. You are all finishing the program, which means you've taken classes at EC3. And so I urge you to think about, what classes have you taken here? Did you start as a criminal justice major or did you start as something else? Did you earn a degree already in another field and now you're taking criminal justice? What is it? What is your journey so far? What has EC3 done for you so far? That's why I say the road so far. Everything that's led up to this point in time right now, I urge you to think about what are the important things that has led you to the decision that you are about to make. And that's the road to come. Because realistically, and I know it sounds weird coming from somebody with 3 master's degrees, but what's next? What's the next step? What's your career? What's your end goal? My favorite question to ask anyone. What do you want to be when you grow up? I asked this of my mother, who's 70 years old, by the way. I ask her, what do you want to be when you grow up? And sometimes she says, I still don't know. So if before you say, I'm too old, no, you're never too old to answer that question. What do you want to be when you grow up? This is why on the syllabus I said the road to come, and in parentheses I put the career. Because at the end of the day, no matter what it is, if you are in Capstone, if you are in internship, you are planning on graduating, which typically means you're planning on getting a job, you're planning on getting a career. What is that career? And I'm going to say this right now, and it's not to dash anyone's dreams, but I want you to be realistic as well. Please don't get me wrong. When you think about what career you want, go with the full fantasy. Tell me, your dream job, I want to be an actor in Hollywood and star and all these things. Great. You can have that dream. But then, why are you taking criminal justice classes? Why are you in a criminal justice degree? Let's look at that realistic goal. Why are you getting an associate's in criminal justice? I want to work in human services. I want to help kids who have been negatively impacted by our system, and I want to help them in some way. And this is a degree that I can get that helps me get a foot in the door and allows me to go to a 4-year institution and get a social work degree so I can be a social worker that works with kids. That is a logical, appropriate goal career. And this is a stepping stone for that. Maybe your goal is, I want to be a police chief one day. So I want to go into the police, but I know the police academy usually has some kind of college credit, so I know I need to take classes. And this is a lot cheaper to start with that. And I'm also not 21, and I have to be 21 to technically be an officer in Pennsylvania, so I have to do that. Whatever that goal is, think about it. Consider it. Because that is what your portfolio is all about, and that's the focus of this class. The focus of the capstone is not about what you've done, it's about what you're going to do. What does the future hold? What does tomorrow look like? What does 6 months from now look like? What does a year look like? What does 5 years from now look like? That's going to come back up, trust me. Anybody who's had me knows. I don't say things like this and just kind of like let it go. No, it's coming up again. Think about it. What are the next steps? What does your future look like? How can you achieve the future that you want? All right? And that's it. That's the lecture video. At least for this one. Like I said, some of them will have another visual other than just me. But you'll always have me talking about it, and it's going to be a lot more casual and laid back than the other classes and other lectures I've done. Okay? But start thinking about it. Start thinking about what it is you want to do after graduation. What is your career that you want? That's my urge for you. That is my homework to all of you. There's nothing submitted this week, but I'm telling you right now, what is it that you want to do? What is your career goal? That I want you to think about, and ideally I'd like to have that idea done by next week when we actually talk about the project. But think about it. What do you want to do? What do you want to be when you grow up? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video.